right, now we're finna go into I'm on the EU. Now we signed that to deal with the EU to show you how it was built up. Them 10 kings, the ancient Roman Empire. The ancient Roman Empire, you had 7 heads and 10 horns, and then you got the modern empire, which is 7 heads and 10 horns, and it started with the EU. And you got NATO, you got EU. It started with the EU members first, and then it emerged. EU members merged with NATO, and you got like 26, I think it's like 28 nations, which they trying to upset the prophecy. But when you go into history and the beginning of it, it started out with 10. Now we're gonna read about it.
Now the original, it started out with 6, and then it went from 6 to 10.
Yeah.
The original 6 were Belgium, France, Italy, Luxembourg, Netherlands, and West Germany. Right. In 1973, the community at large included Denmark, Greenland, which left the community in 85, followed by the dispute of fishing rights. Ireland, the United Kingdom, Norway was negotiated to join at the same time, but Norwegian voters rejected the members of the referendum. By 1979, the first directed democratic election of the European Parliament held. Greece joined in 81. Portugal and Spain joined in 1986.
That's starting with the EU, right? And that's the 10 horns, right? All right. Now what it did is it emerged into NATO, because the same 10 horns, right? The same 10 horns, you got some of them that are NATO members, and we gon' you got like Germany. Let's see what you got there.
Yeah, those are all the members right there.
All right, now we're gonna read about the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. We're gonna read about NATO, and then we're gonna show you how the EU. You got some EU members that's a part of NATO.
Right.
All right. Because the key point, the reason why we're showing you that is the key point is to show you how they gonna come against America. Okay.
It says the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. It says an intergovernmental military alliance based in the North Atlantic Treaty, which was signed April 4th, 1949. The organization constitutes the system of collective defense, whereby its members states to agree mutual defense to respond to an attack by any external party. NATO's headquarters are in Brussels, Belgium, one of the 28 members states across North America and Europe, the newest of which Albania and Croatia joined in 2009. Additionally, 22 countries participate in NATO's Partnership for Peace program, and the 15 other countries involved in the institutionalized dialogue programs. The combined military spending of all NATO members constitutes over 70% of the global total. Members' defense spending is supposed to amount to 2% of the GDP.
Right.
And then you got
jump straight to the point about Russia, how they created NATO to go against Russia. To stop them from spreading with with economics through Europe.
Down here it says, however, participation of the United States was thought necessary both to counter the military power of the USSR and to prevent a revival of the nationalist militarism. So talks for a new military alliance began almost immediately, resulting in the North Atlantic Treaty, which was signed in Washington, D.C. on April 4th, 1949. It says, the first NATO Secretary General, Lord Ismay, stated in 1949 that the organization's goal was to keep the Russians out, the Americans in, and the Germans down.
You see, so it was all designed, NATO was all designed to keep them Russians out and keep the Germans down, and keep America ahead, basically the hegemony of the earth. which is NATO is the beast, which was going to uphold America and get that power to America, so America can run the whole earth according to prophecy. Okay. All right, drop that. Well, we're going to show you about
and
NATO members.
Those right there are a lot of the members, of the 28 members.
It mentioned, show them Spain. You got Spain in there.
Spain.
You got Germany in there.
God.
You got
Luxembourg, the Netherlands. They were the original. Spain, Turkey, United Kingdom, Canada.
Not Turkey.
France, Greece.
Yeah.
You know, Italy. They was a part of the original EU, but they in NATO. Who else? Yeah. Italy.
France.
Germany.
Spain.
Netherlands, Spain, Luxembourg. And those were the original.
So going back up to where it was saying the 5 have fallen, them 5 that have failed, they back here again, but they in NATO. Okay? They in NATO, and what's gonna happen is you can't mention the EU, you can't mention NATO without the EU, because you got EU members that's in NATO, and you gonna have the EU members, which is part of NATO, gonna come against America, and then NATO gonna be bust up, you know, and Russia gonna be leading in the forefront of it, but they gonna separate. The way they together now, them being allies, all that's gonna bust up, and they gonna go to war with America. Go ahead.
God. Verse 12, and the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast. These have one mind, and shall give their power and strength unto the beast.
Shall give their power and strength unto the beast. And America is part of the NATO, and NATO is the one that's supporting America. Okay? Go ahead.
Verse 13, these have one mind, and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. Sounds like New World Order. It says, these shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them.
Now, so just like we was going into that about that draft, you're gonna have a draft, and you're gonna have Negroes in that military fighting against Yahweh Shai. You see? So you're gonna have these Negroes doing that. And go ahead.
Con. It says, and the Lamb shall overcome them, for he is the Lord of lords, the King of kings, and they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful.
Yeah, even Great Britain gonna shoot missiles on America. See, they think Great Britain is with America. They gonna turn and shoot missiles on America. You see, all American allies gonna come against it. Give me Jeremiah 50 and 11.
50 and 11.
Come.
Hey, them chosen brothers, they are the elect too, man.
Right.
It says, Jeremiah 50 and 11, because ye were glad, because ye rejoiced.
Yeah, it's talking about so-called white man. Go ahead.
O ye destroyers of mine heritage.
Go ahead.
Because ye are grown fat as the heifer at grass, and bellow as bulls. It says, your mother shall be sore confounded.
Your mother, because America come out of Great Britain. Okay? Go ahead.
It says, she that bear you shall be ashamed. It says, behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert.
The hindermost part of the nations shall be a dry land and a wilderness. Meaning the end, look up that word hinder.
Hindermost.
Yeah, the hindermost. That's talking about the so-called.
I got America right here.
Yeah, that's talking about look it up.
Jeremiah 50. That word hindermost, Hebrew 3:19. The Hebrew word is akariath. It says Strong's definition, the last or end, hence the future, also prosperity.
Yeah, the last or the end, the prosperity of what? The so-called white man rulership, which is America. Okay? This gonna be the last time the so-called white man rule the earth. And it's gonna become America gonna become a desert, man. We're gonna read about it. Go ahead.
It says because
that's why I didn't want to just say America, because that word hinder goes into more detail. That's why I had the brother look it up. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It says, because of the wrath of the Lord Yahweh, it should be an inhabited. It shall not be inhabited.
So nobody ain't gonna dwell over here no more because of the destruction that's coming up on this place. Go ahead.
But it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hiss at her plagues.
Yeah, she'll be shaking her head like, damn, I can't believe that happened. Look at it. That's terrible. Look how they wiped it out. Read that again.
Because of the wrath of the Lord Yahweh, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly